Alright, it's your boy WellsR here, ready for another Tarkov Teachings video. So today in this video I'd like to explain the Hideout in depth a little bit more. A lot of people have some different opinions on the Hideout. Let me turn on my generator here so we get some of these lights on, brighten it up for you. But anyways, a lot of people have different opinions on the Hideout. So some people say if you don't play the game a lot, you shouldn't invest a lot of time in the Hideout. You should just enjoy the game. Some people think you should invest in the Hideout no matter what. And everybody says basically if you spend a lot of time playing the game, you should invest in the Hideout because it helps with everything. So my personal opinion is no matter how much you play the game, I kind of think you should invest in the Hideout because it helps with all the little things. So the main thing it helps with is your scav cooldown timer, which you need to unlock the scav case here, I believe. One of these, the intelligence center here. So the intelligence center here kills your scav cooldown timer, which you have to wait 20 minutes in between scav runs. Now, if you upgrade your scav cooldown timer, you can drop that significantly. That's one of the main things. The other thing it helps with is your off-raid energy. Your energy, what is the term for it? It helps your energy go up off-raid. So down here, as you can see, you have your health, you have your water energy, and your food energy. So if you look at some of the other stuff in Hideout here, so like the heating increases, here's the term I was looking for, your energy regeneration rate. So as you can see here, the heating adds 2 EP per minute to your energy regeneration rate. So you get 68 EP per hour in total. So, you know, it makes your character, your PMC characters cool down a bit shorter also when you are out of raid. So that's another thing I'll have to explain with this. So your energy and your health out of when you're in a raid, you know, your health will go down if you take damage, but your energy just slowly goes down as you run around in raid. So you need to eat stuff in raid and drink stuff in raid to keep your energy up. So another way you could do that, though, is by eating some of your food items or drinking some of your food items when you are outside of raid. So when you come out of a raid, your energy will be a little bit low. You drink or eat some food items, your energy goes up. It's also the same with healing. If you take damage in raid and you don't heal it in raid, your health will slowly increase over time, but you can make that go faster by using some of your medical supplies. So that is stuff that all these things apply to. The other thing is in raid is you have crafting, or in raid. In your hideout is you have crafting. So crafting is important in the game because some stuff is extremely hard to find. You might have no money, whatever the case may be. And the thing that's nice is everything you craft in your hideout gets a found in raid status, which you need a found in raid status for almost everything you need in the game, essentially, especially stuff you have to turn into traders. So, for instance here, you know, I have to find small cans of beef stew in raid to turn in for this one specific task here. So, say if I could craft beef stew in the hideout, it would have found in raid status, and I go, and I turn it in, and I don't have to worry about actually finding it during a raid. So, it can be helpful. You know, maybe you just need a backpack, maybe you need a helmet. I mean, you could craft all sorts of stuff between medical supplies, basic barter items, and the last thing, which I find very helpful, is you can craft ammo, grenades, and weapons. Like, you know, you could craft this AK here. You know, you could craft some shotgun shells here. You know, comes very, very in handy. So the other thing that I should explain that kind of goes with the hideout is your stash. So your stash you can slowly upgrade depending on what version of the game you buy. Each version of the game gives you a different stash size. So I have the most expensive version of the game, which is called Edge of Darkness. So if we go to my character here and we look at my stash, this right side of my screen here is my stash. So this is everything that I've found in Raid and acquired in the game. So the bigger the stash, the more stuff you can hold. And honestly, it's worth having the biggest stash because, I mean, you can even fill up the largest stash here fast. So, I mean, I don't know how people play this game with the base version of the game. I mean, your stash is so tiny because I started with the base version, made sure I liked the game, and slowly upgraded as I felt I needed more stash space, you know. So, let me look for some stuff here real quick. There's something else I want to show you. So you have your stash, which goes along with your hideout. It all kind of goes hand in hand. So the other neat thing I like about the hideout, and this is much further in, is you can get a Bitcoin farm, which, I mean, I've never gotten that far, I don't think, in a wipe to unlock the Bitcoin farm. I mean, this, what you're seeing here, this is probably this is probably about the second most upgraded my hideout has ever been. So, I mean, before you unlock the flea market, it's incredibly difficult to upgrade your hideout. But anyways, so you can unlock a Bitcoin farm, and the Bitcoin farm is like, you know, it gives you free money, essentially, which, you know, you need money in this game. So, another neat thing that Battlestate Games has added in is, from what I've heard, is the Bitcoin farm actually coincides with Bitcoin prices in real life. So, you know, the game's Bitcoin prices fluctuate with real life, which is awesome. And the flea market is also a live thing, but the flea market I'm going to save for another video. So, one of the last neat things I would like to show in the hideout is you can go into the hideout in first person mode here, and you could just, you know, from your character's perspective, and you could just look around and check stuff out. But, you know, there's nothing that's really too interactive here. It's just, you know, it's cool to see the way the upgrades go. I mean, like I said, my hideout is not too upgraded, so it literally looks like a bum lives here. I mean, besides you come to just one section here, and I have supplies for days. But so, anyways, I'm getting distracted here. So one of the final cool things about the hideout is you can get the shooting range where you can play with any weapons in your stash. So here, as you can see, I just have a pretty basic loadout, and you know, all the controls work as they would work in Raid, and you can just, you know, sit here and shoot stuff, which is awesome because it allows you to, you know, check out the weapon modifications, which will also be coming in another Tarkov teaching video, but it allows you to check out all the weapon customizations, and you could try out guns and see what you like, see what you don't like, and all that. And, you know, it's just fun time to play around. And the coolest thing about it is it doesn't actually use any of your ammo, and it doesn't degrade any of your weapons. So you could sit in here, I mean, if you're somebody like me who really appreciates the gun modding and all that in Tarkov, you can spend a lot of time just modifying guns and playing around in this shooting range. You know, I mean, you could play with everything you can in Raid. So, you know, I mean, but this is super handy for getting some practice in, you know, especially like, I love running these AKSs, but they can be a real pain in the ass to shoot sometimes. So, you know, if you want to practice tapping them headshots, this is the way to do it. I mean, that in offline mode, but, you know. Offline mode is a whole nother story that is also going to get brought up in another video. So, I mean, that's really the basic of the Hideout here. Like I said, you've seen about everything here, and I hope you enjoyed. So, I will catch you in the next one.